Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to look at part 2 of our 500 questions for cruising. Today's topic is going to be pre-departure questions. If you missed the first one, I'll link it in the description below, but there is no need to watch them in order. You can watch them in any order. I will also link a link right up here in the right-hand corner where you can click on that. It will start at the beginning and then bring you back here. All right, let's get through these, guys. All right, first question. What travel documents do I need for a cruise? Actually, I strongly advise everyone to go ahead and get your passport, honestly, because it depends on the cruise. An open cruise, like if you start at one place and end at a different destination, you have to have a passport anyway. Some of the closed cruises where you start at one port, you make a circle and you come back to that port, sometimes you can get away with just a birth certificate and your driver's license. I just wouldn't chance it. I just booked a cruise that is a closed cruise, and I got a notification that I have to have a passport for this particular cruise. Guys, honestly, I would go ahead and get your passport if you can. All right, do I need travel insurance for a cruise? It is not required, but strongly recommended. It's going to protect you in many, many ways. It's going to cover your luggage. It's going to cover you medically should something happen. It will even protect you for a refund, possibly should something happen you don't get to go on your cruise. And it's very inexpensive with most companies. You can get it through the cruise line, or you can search online. Travel insurance, I believe, is travelinsurance.com if I'm not mistaken, but you can Google it, I'm sure, and find out really easy. But I do strongly recommend travel insurance for anyone. All right, how early should I arrive at the port before the cruise? Most all the cruise companies are going to assign you a time to be there. I wouldn't get there way, way before the cruise, have to wait. I try to get there a little bit before my assigned time. And of course, you don't want to be late. If you missed the boat, you've missed the cruise, okay? You can't fly out to the first port or something like that. They will not let you do that. All right, what should I pack for a cruise? Well, consider the weather, where you're going. If it's summertime, hot Caribbean, shorts, hats, sunglasses, suntan lotion, things like that, sunscreen. But guys, don't take the whole house. That's so hard to do. It is hard to pack. Go as light as you can. Trust me. You don't want 5 suitcases for one person. You just, oh my goodness, you'll just find that you're not using it all. Pick out what you want and try to go as light as you possibly can. That's my advice there. Are there any luggage restrictions on a cruise? There are size limitations, but it's not going to affect most people. Most general luggage is acceptable. You can find it on the website for each cruise line, the dimensions, things like that. Unless it's just something humongous, you might want to check it out. But otherwise, nah, you're good to go. But now again, they're not gonna permit one person having 5 suitcases. No. But again, you can find that on their website. All right, do I need vaccinations for my cruise destination? As a general rule, I would say not really. You're not spending a lot of time at these places. You're porting for the day, most always. It's not like flying to, a remote area or something and spending a week. That's a little bit different. But you can do that if you want, to get those vaccinations. But I just don't think it's that necessary. If you're going to be drinking the water in certain places, I always go for bottled water, things like that, so I don't have to worry about it. All right, how do I get from the airport to the cruise port? Good question. Guys, don't stress on this one. There's several ways. Uber, Lyft, rideshare, taxi. Usually the ride shares usually are a little bit cheaper than a taxi. Some of the cruise lines also have shuttle buses that you can sign up for at a much lesser rate. Actually, I have a whole video on this. Explains all the options. I'll link that up here also and put it in the description. All right. Can I bring alcohol or other beverages on board? Other beverages, no. Okay, that's pretty much straight across the line with any cruise line. Alcohol, some of the cruise lines will allow you to bring, say, a bottle of wine. I think Carnival will allow you one bottle of wine per person. Like there's two people, you can have one bottle each. Okay, what should I do if I need to cancel my cruise? Guys, this is a good one too. If you do find that you're going to need to cancel your cruise, please call and let them know as soon as possible. You may be due a full refund or even a partial refund, but the closer it gets to that cruise, the less chance you're going to get that. However, if you do have travel insurance through the cruise line, that's a different story. You're kind of protected there, depending on the reason for cancellation. And then if you have other health insurance or other travel insurance, you can check with them as well. Okay, what happens if I miss the ship at a port of call? Oh, I shudder to think on this one. It's not terrible and it's not impossible, but you're going to be responsible to get to the next port and get back on the ship. It happens. I just try to get back to the ship in plenty of time before it sets sail so that doesn't happen. But if you find yourself, if you do miss the ship, yes, you can still catch up, but it's going to be at your own expense. This is also something that your travel insurance can help you cover if you have travel insurance. All right. What's the best way to handle my finances while on a cruise? Guys, on the cruise ship, there's really no cash. Everything is on your sign and sale card. You put a credit card on file, or you can, if you're going to use cash, you can actually do that. You can go to guest services, put up a deposit. So there's not a lot of change of money, okay? I usually take a couple different credit cards just in case. If you lose one or something happens, you never know. Sometimes banks get a little quirky when they see you making charges outside your hometown. And of course, you want to let your bank know that you're going on vacation. Okay? How do I prepare for different weather conditions on a cruise? Really? That's a good question. Depending on the time of year, and some people, you do Alaska cruises, things like that. You want to, if you go to the Caribbean, shorts. You may want to take some long pants too, of course, for dinner. But also prepare for rain. I would bring an umbrella, a poncho, maybe, just in case. Now, in most of the areas of the Caribbean, if it rains, it usually doesn't last long, but sometimes it sets in, you never know. Just be prepared. All right. What should I know about cruise embarkation and disembarkation procedures? Well, be on time, to get on the ship, be at your assigned time. And it's easy. They'll guide you through everything. You really don't have to know a lot. Just have your passport ready, your identification, and then when you debark, the debarkation, they're going to call by floor or by level number, and most of them do, and that's easy too. It's not a big deal. There's nothing that you really need to know ahead of time on something like that. Okay. Can I bring my own snorkeling or scuba gear? Snorkeling gear, guys, that's no problem, Snorkeling gear, absolutely. Scuba gear, on the other hand, that's a lot of equipment. Really don't think that's going to happen. The excursions and things that they have for scuba diving, they're going to provide everything you need. So there's really no need to do that anyway. How do I prepare for shore excursions? If you're booking if you're booking your excursion through the cruise line, it's going to tell you everything you need to know. If you're booking through the cruise line, it will tell you everything you need to know. If you're going to do your own thing once you get there, you can do that too. In that case, I would plan ahead from home. Look and see what's available there if you can. Contact these people and see what you'll need. Okay? But otherwise, there's not a lot that you'd really need to plan for short excursions. A lot of them were tours, things of that nature. So, all right. What should I know about the cruise line's dress code? Now, that is a good one, guys. Each cruise line is different in their dress code. But all of them basically, don't wear anything insulting, vulgar. Like your T-shirts, you don't want T-shirts saying, anything bad, basically. And then for dinner, they're all different there too. They'll probably want you to, at least wear pants. A lot of them will say wear pants and not shorts, and a shirt. They're just different. Carnival, for example, I've seen people coming in shorts and T-shirts. They don't want swim trunks, but some are a little looser with their guidelines than others. But that information actually can be found on the website for the cruise line if you want to know for sure for each cruise line. All right. Are there restrictions on the types of medications I can bring? Yes. But not terrible. First thing I would do is always have your medications in the original pill bottles. That way you've got proof that it is your prescription, it is your medication. And if a lot of people I know have those little things where you divide them up by the day. You can do that on a ship, actually. Wouldn't do it beforehand because you won't have your bottle. Be sure you have that bottle with you. Now, when it comes to cannabis and things like that, that's just not permitted. To my knowledge, you could check with the cruise line if it's something like that. But otherwise, your medication should be fine. All right. How do I find out about cruise line policies and procedures? All those, again, are online at each website for the cruise line. You can actually even print it out if you need to. What should I do if I need to bring special medical equipment? Good question. I know a lot of people sleep with a CPAP machine, things like that. That is permitted. That's perfectly fine. Again, that may be something you want to check with the cruise line about, but if it's just a CPAP machine, that's no problem. Also, the electric wheelchairs. You can arrange that through the cruise company as well. All right. And lastly, can I bring a drone on a cruise? In some cases, yes. Just like in the U.S., each country is different about a drone, where you're going to port. And each area of the country may be different, okay? Now, the cruise line itself, they're all different on this also. Some cruise lines will want to hold your drone until you port. Some don't want you flying it while you're on ship. Most of them, actually. This is something I would have a real talk with the cruise representative before I took my drone, okay? Guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for part 2. Next time, we're going to be looking at onboard experience questions. Again, if you need to view the first one, I'll put it in the description below, and it will bring you back to this one as well. Got a lot more coming up. If you haven't subscribed, please, we invite you to do so. Click the notification button and choose notifications all so you won't miss anything. Again, my name's Michael. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, how about a thumbs up? And I will see you next time.